Carlos, good to meet you. What kind of guitar was that?
Seagull.
The Seagull, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm not that great.
Hi there. Welcome to Real Sales Dynamics, where we break down in-field sales footage in order to get you better at door knocking. I can smell the BLITZ in the air, which is going to be starting in exactly 24 hours. But before that, I had to leave St. Pete with at least one more deal, which you're going to see right now. Hey Casey, you're gonna watch out for that big wasp real quick. Carlos, good to meet you. I'm just gonna fly the drone over so we can take a quick look at the roof.
Sure.
You're spending a pretty heavy amount with Duke right now.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the house?
About a year and a half.
Year and a half?
Yeah.
Got it. Were you from St. Pete originally?
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Philly, but I've been here like 10 years now.
Got it. So yeah, thankfully I don't have to get on people's roofs anymore. I can just fly a drone over and take a look. Now, how old's the roof?
I don't know about that.
Have you had any roof leaks, anything else like that?
Not at all.
Yeah. It looks relatively new, so I'm gonna park it back there and pick it up. I've crashed one too many of these. All right, and then we need to take a look at the electric breaker box. Is it on the inside or the outside of the house?
The breaker box?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's inside.
Inside, can we-
One second, Mike. See my girl. She's working.
Okay, got it.
She's like in a meeting right now.
Okay.
So can you guys come back later, like in like 2 hours or something like that? Or schedule another time? She's on a phone call meeting. With
She's okay. Is she on title for the home by chance, or is it just you? She's on title for the house. Have you looked into solar before?
Not really. We've been talking about it, but we haven't really pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah, no, I mean, looking at it right now, because thankfully the south-facing roof plane, which is this one, we're not dealing with a lot of coverage there. So that at least will get you in a better spot. The reason I wanted to look at the electric panel was just because if it's 150 or 200 amp.
I think it's 150.
Okay. And
It's a square D, big old panel.
Okay, so it's not, all the slots aren't totally filled up right now.
He's got space in there.
Okay, so there's space. Do you know much about how solar works residentially out here?
Not much, no.
Yeah, so basically in Duke territory, we have what's called 1-for-1 net metering.
Okay.
So what happens is that for the system, between 8 and 3 p.m., you're going to produce all the power you need in the day. You sell back any energy you don't use. So this is how you end up with a negative bill Duke.
Okay.
So basically, if we overproduce in energy, then what's going to happen is you get credited back from the utilities.
Gotcha.
And what happens is that right now, obviously, I mean, you've been here for a year and a half, but you've been in St. Pete for a while, so I'm sure you've talked to neighbors before whose bills have went up.
Yeah.
You guys used to be spending about 14 cents per kilowatt hour. Now you're spending about 21 cents per kilowatt hour. And that's just in the last 2 years. 25 years maintenance, monitoring, insurance, all that good stuff. But it's just a matter of kind of qualifying the home to see if it's a good fit. She's in the middle of work right now.
Yeah.
Got it. I'll come back over here at 3.
Okay.
And then we'll get that squared away.
Sounds good.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Pleasure, man.
All right. Are you a seasoned solar closer who's not getting any leads? Or are you a setter who doesn't have anyone actually close your deals? Well, right now, we're gonna be doing a blitz in an undisclosed, untapped location in Florida. We're gonna be taking care of housing, we're gonna be taking care of training, and more importantly, we're gonna be getting site surveys day of and installations within a week. Yes, in a week. In the last couple of blitzes, we've had multiple people make over $100,000 in just 10 days. We'll see you there, apply below. What's up, dude?
We're gonna have to like reschedule. You gotta get on the Zoom meeting.
Dude, you scheduled for 3. Can I just run the numbers through with you real quick then?
Sure.
Okay, can we have can you grab a chair? So you're using 11,491 kilowatts a year. So if we do the math on that, it's average about $209
Okay.
a month. And so the layout I had would cover 108% of that.
Oh, wow.
Right now, Duke already has a plan to increase the rates by a pretty phenomenal amount. So I already kind of showed you earlier, this is where they've been.
Yeah.
They went up 300% in 10 years.
Yeah.
But over the course of the next couple months and years, they're supposed to be going up 16% per year for the next 3 years. So 209 times 1.16 means 243 is what you'll be averaging next year, 282 the year after that.
Okay.
Right? So the whole idea is lock in your rate for what you're spending on your electricity. There's no lien on the property. You don't have to take out a loan for it. It's called a power purchase agreement. So essentially all that happens is if the house qualifies, it eliminates your Duke bill, and that's roughly what installation looks like. So this was on 5th Avenue, actually.
Okay.
This is a re-roof plus solar we did. The reason why I always take a photo as far as the roof is concerned is because in certain cases we do have to redo the roof.
Okay.
In your case, I mean, just looking at it, it doesn't look like we're in that spot. And as far as the electric panel, at least based off of what you told me, you have 150 amp with spacing, so we most likely won't have to do a main panel upgrade. So just on the slightly technical side, we use microinverters for all of our stuff. Basically, the standard solar usually works like this. You have a string inverter, and then it goes into your electric panel. The problem is you have a central point of failure.
Okay.
With microinverters, all of them work independently, so even if they get hit by some shading, your panels are still going to produce.
I got you.
Right, so that your house is, covered during the entire time. So on the amount you're looking at, you're at $137 a month versus $209, jumping up to $282, further in the future. So right now, I just want to knock out at least the eligibility to see if that's going to go through. And it's Casey?
Yep, Casey's my wife.
Oh, Casey's your wife.
Yeah.
Casey's came back good to go. What questions do you think she would have?
Not much, I don't think.
Okay. So the only thing I'd be getting done today is basically just getting that eligibility through so that we can get the site inspection done. Would you guys be opposed to taking care of that at least so we can get the site inspection done?
Let me talk to her, and she's just swamped in work right now. But before we go any further, she'll be done work around 5.
Should be done work around 5.
5ish, yeah.
Okay.
We'll give you a call.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'm back by.
Yeah.
Later, man. Good chatting with you.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah. So we're getting into a bit of a sketchy situation with that one. So the guy tried to reschedule on me again, which I just wasn't going to allow for. It's like, okay, we're going to run your credit now because I'm having second guesses about this. He gave me the information for his wife, came back approved. Only little thing is, turns out she's the only one on title for the home, which means there's no way in heck I'm going to let him sign off a bunch of docs. And the reason why we're doing this is because we only do squeaky clean deals because that's the only way you actually get panels on the roof. There's one thing to post all online, yeah, I got this deal, this deal. None of that means anything unless there's panels on the roof. All it's saying is that you're really, really good at wasting other people's time, which I don't like doing. So I'm going to come back over here at 5:30. Hopefully he doesn't explain everything incorrectly to his wife, and I can go through all the information. We'll get them signed up soon.
Watch out.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Hi, what's up? Come here, Joe. Come here.
Hey.
You can come in if you want.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, Carlos, good to meet you.
What's up? Nice to meet you.
This is Garrett.
Hey, how's it going, y'all? So I heard something about solar panels. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so basically what we do on our end is we work with the Department of Energy for a program called Project Hestia.
Okay.
So the homes that qualify, depending on the county, can basically go solar at no cost.
Okay.
So what happens is right now we're taking a look at the bill. Are you the one who takes care of it, or does he take care of it?
It's under my name.
Okay. You guys are spending roughly like $210 a month right now for your electric. It's looking to go up to about $240 by next year because of some recent rate increases.
Okay.
Instead, I believe we're going to get your bill down to like $130 something.
Okay.
And it never goes up, it stays a flat rate.
Okay.
So basically right now we're just trying to see if the home is going to be a good fit.
Okay.
I already took some drone shots of the roof, and is there a spot we could all sit down so I can show you a couple things in the back?
Yeah.
So, as I told them earlier, like solar isn't magical. So if y'all start using a lot more power than you're currently using, then you can still end up with a bill from Duke, right? So if you start plugging in like 2 Teslas or something, you're gonna run into an issue. And obviously we're gonna stay away from all the trees. Thankfully where the tree is north facing, which isn't where you want solar anyway. So everything's covered on the front end. A couple of the questions I didn't go over with you, I was thinking of, if you move, it just transfers over to the new homeowner. Okay. So they don't have to requalify or anything else. Yeah. It ends up adding value to the overall home. Yeah, sure. There's been a couple different studies on that. So basically the steps, we get site inspection set up that takes a look at the roof, make sure it's good to go, as well as the electric panel. Actually, now that I'm in here, can we take a look at the electric panel real quick?
Yeah, move this mirror, but I'll be right.
Yeah, that's fine. So it's all free? Like, how does that work? Like, what does that even mean?
So,
that like blows my mind.
I'm with you, and that's honestly like the number one thing that gets brought up. And the thing is that it's about like 1 in 6 houses qualifies based off of shading and a couple other metrics.
Oh, okay.
So this is free is the fact that your tax dollars are already paying for it. So this is from energy.gov, but basically the Department of Energy allocated that $3 billion to our parent company, Sonova.
Okay.
So that's covering the funding for this. It's supposed to go towards low-income communities.
Yep, absolutely.
Which technically means all of Pinellas County.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're in Clearwater. It's like all of this is captured under one thing. So thankfully that's able to get intertwined. So Sonova is basically like the money behind it, kind of how there's a mortgage company, but there's actual home builders. The company who's doing the installations is West Bay Energy. There's a draft of it, but zero upfront cost, $137 a month, 25 years. It's 8.82 kilowatt system. It does go up 2.9% per year because inflation exists, but it's a lot less than what Duke's currently doing. Once the system is turned on and operating, you'll still receive a statement from Duke every single month, just letting you know how much power you're using. Again, as you mentioned earlier, you guys probably weren't going to do anything that would dramatically increase the amount of electricity you're using.
Not
going to put like a big pool or anything in the back.
Definitely not. No.
Okay, and then once the system's covered, it's covered under a limited warranty. So what happens is everything under force majeure is covered. so i.e. acts of God for the system. So that's hail if we were ever to get it, but more importantly, things like hurricanes. And then as far as the system itself, as I mentioned earlier, 8.82 kilowatt system. Panels are produced in Texas, and then the inverters are produced in California.
Okay.
So.
And so literally, so then like paying for installation, like anything like that, there's not that literally $0. That's wild. I'm just trying to wrap my head around that. And it's just because of the grant, though, right?
Yeah, it's because of the grant. Like
okay.
that's the real long and short of it. So my job right now is just like to get in the initial paperwork to see if we can get the go-ahead on everything.
Okay, I'd be down for that.
I just did a drone shot. The shingles honestly look really good.
Okay,
As long as you guys aren't dealing like termite damage or anything else like that.
No,
right?
I had the house tented before I bought it, and it was like.
Okay, so I went over that first portion with you there. So we're going to keep going down here.
So you take care of everything for 300 months. So what does that mean?
25 years.
25. Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right, cool.
so at the end of the 25 years, you have 3 options. You can choose to keep the system at no cost. You can upgrade to a new system, or we can remove the system.
Okay, cool. Because then you're saying because we plan on selling this house at some point, like not like
Every person does.
Yeah.
I'm coming down here on the term. So if you don't set it for auto pay, it's $15 more.
Okay.
System, home, and property maintenance. So you do have that tree right behind you. Don't let it grow into the solar system.
No.
Right.
Like this is basic stuff. System system repair and insurance. So this is important regarding your homeowner's insurance. We insure the system. So
Okay.
all damage and losses, you do not need to add this onto your
Okay.
insurance policy.
Cool.
Even if your insurance policy tells you, hey, do you want to do that? Don't.
You don't have to.
You're already paying for enough insurance. Estimated taxes, there's 0 additional sales taxes in the state of Florida on solar. No alterations. You guys aren't planning on turning this into a story house? No. Okay. Monthly payments, indemnity and utility services. So we take care of all the paperwork with Duke. So you all don't have to, as far as submitting all the paperwork. Everything from force majeure and up, which just means act of God, it's just don't go on there with the hammers and start smacking stuff.
Yeah, right.
I had a guy in Arizona pull off the panels and then move them to another portion of the roof.
Yeah.
Because he thought it would get better sun access. He was mad that we charged him to fix that. It's like,
no.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Ownership, tax credits, and rebates are all covered under the system. Cool. So if you can just click here on that one. Are you at the house most of the time?
Yeah, I work from home.
Okay, got it. I'm going to say you work from home, so I'm going to put it in here for Monday morning.
Okay, that works.
Cool.
I do need the full utility bill real quick and driver's license. Okay, so I just set up the site survey time for Monday morning. You have my phone number, but I'm going to put it on this piece of paper just in case as well. And then, you got any more questions?
No, man.
Okay.
You guys go enjoy your eating. Must have been a long day for you.
We'll do. I'm going to enjoy dinner. It's going to be pretty swift.
Thanks for coming back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
So nice to meet y'all.
Good to meet you.
Have a good day. Bro, this jumping into the Blitz, I needed that sale so bad. And it's not for the money or anything else. It's the mental love of the game. As long as I'm in solar, I will continue to sell. I never just want to be the guy who's just managing without actually leading from the front, because you miss the fun part about this job. The fun part about this job is actually selling the deal, convincing the person this is the right moves, putting them in a better position. And the high you get from that, you really can't beat it with anything else. I don't care if it's parachuting out of the sky or anything else, because there's so much work that it takes to be able to talk to someone in such a convincing, subtle, non-desperate, strong, and convicted way that the reward every single time is just, yes. Feels great. Yes, I actually had to go back to the house, not 1, not 2, but 3 times in order to finally catch the actual decision maker. And part of that is the persistence in sales that ends up paying off, right? When you can't get them once, try again. When you can't get them again, try another time and a little bit of a different route. And by the end, by the time we got to the big bad boss in the end, turns out it was a really sweet woman, and we were able to get that sale through, get them taken care of. If you want to learn more about how to learn about solar sales, make sure to click subscribe below. We're going to be doing another solar blitz here soon, so make sure to click the URL down below. Most importantly, click one of these 2 videos. YouTube thinks you're going to like it a lot.